Fail fast, learn fast, but don't fail twice for the same reasons. To innovate, to be agile, you must accept that you will see failures. Thomas Edison said, "I have not failed, I've just found out 10,000 ways that won't work." Let's be clear. Companies like SpaceX are innovating faster than NASA could even dream about because of that key principle. Elon Musk said, "Failure is an option here. If things are not failing, you're not innovating." I've seen DARPA move from a top innovator to an organization that is freezing all work for a year to study why a single launch failed. They were so afraid of failing that they stopped being relevant. Let's be clear. In our software-defined world, you have an amazing opportunity to decouple hardware and software, and Tesla's proven this by doing update over the air of stuck-in-time cars hardware. And if you don't innovate, you're already dead. When I started promoting the concept of failure in DoD, I got immense pushback by the leadership, but also by the operational testing community. We have so many teams looking at preventing catastrophes, and they're very much needed, don't get me wrong. Things like airworthiness assessments, nuclear surety, and operational testing. And that's all very important, but we can't let manual processes and bottlenecks totally slow us down. Ideally, you want to move from a large delivery of capability every 5 to 10 years in DoD to a small incremental delivery of capability multiple times a month, a week, or even a day. The smaller the change, the less likely it is to break things at scale, but at the same time, you must embrace test-driven development. The concept behind TDD is to write tests before you write the new capabilities, so you're always ensuring that you're able to test that the new capabilities is behaving like it should. Unit testing, integration testing, end-to-end testing, and regression testing as well. If you've missed our video on SpaceX vs F-35, go check it out, it is eye-opening. The ability for SpaceX to build and test their software 17,000 times a day and run 3 hardware loop testing a day on the real hardware allow them today to update software hours before launch. Now let's be clear, we are not saying we should be comfortable for large incidents. The concept of large incremental delivery is to deliver small changes and make it a non-event. The smaller the change, the less likely it is to compound to massive issues. The larger the delivery, the more issues you're going to be facing. When delivery of software becomes a feared and scary event, you failed already. The other key principles tie back to our service level indicator, service level objectives, and service level agreement video. Go check it out if you have not. It is about learning and not failing twice. First, you need to have the right service level indicators and right service level objectives to track your velocity and stability metrics, but more importantly, this ties back to our blameless postmortems on enabling that blameless culture to learn. Blameless does not mean no one gets blamed ever, by the way. There are cases when if people keep making the same mistake, hence don't fail twice for the same reason, there needs to be very tangible consequences all the way to removing a person from a team, for example. But by embracing the culture around blameless postmortems and tracking the right metrics, you enable teams to really pinpoint the sources of a problem. Don't forget that you never want to have only one singular thing to prevent an issue in the future. You want to make sure you have multiple gates that will prevent the problem from happening again. You can't rely just on one thing. You want defense in depth. And don't forget the word fast in learning. DARPA spending a year to study a failed launch in nonsensical. You can't spend too much time learning. Perfection is the enemy here. You will never be perfect, and perfection should not be expected if you want to learn. If you wait things to be perfect, you will never launch anything ever. So it's important to ensure that the teams swarm to learn and conduct their postmortem, but also it's important to ensure they're quickly back to work to try to learn some more and fail some more every day very, very fast. So making sure that the learning was well documented so that additional testing was put in place to ensure the problem doesn't happen again. And really, one of the first things to do in software is to create tests to ensure that problems don't happen again. That really gives you the ability to learn fast, fail fast, and don't fail twice for the same reason. Now, let's take a look at not failing twice for the same reason. Of course, it depends on your maturity in learning. The better you learn, the more unlikely it is to happen again. But do pay attention to people who are just not taking this seriously. It's just too easy to give team members this amazing gift of trust, empowerment, enablement, flexibility, and agility. But they also need to understand that in exchange for that trust, there is a clear understanding that learning from failure is expected. There you have it. Fail fast, learn fast, don't fail twice for the same reason. The key culture concept that will allow your organization to move at the pace of relevance and really embrace the DevSecOps and Agile principles.